All right, let's bring it back. Okay, so let's see. Guided practice number 1. So you do. So who here can actually help me to plot the coordinates? Anyone?
I do it.
Okay. Say no more. Go ahead. Let's take a look. Point P has coordinates 2, 3, and the line of reflection is x equals to 2. What are the coordinates of P? Let's see. So we got 1 point over here. That's good.
So,
Yep, that's 2, 3. Can you make sure you label it? Okay.
All right.
So where is the x equals to 2? Where is the line of reflection? How should it look like in this case? So again, it should be a very sharp cut, straight line that cuts through this, right?
I'll stick that through, bro.
Okay, so then we got a very straight cut line. Now, how would we say? Okay, point P is how many units right or left to the line x equals to 2?
0.
0 units. So basically, if an image is on this line, then what happens? If an image is on this line, what happens?
It's 0.
You don't really actually reflect anything. What about point P and image P prime are the same distance from the line of reflection. So
0.
therefore, image P prime is how many units to the right left?
0.
0. So basically, again, the image and the pre-image are exactly on the mirror. Okay. Are we ready to move on? Who here thinks we are ready? Yes? Yes? Are we? Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I'm good.
Say no more. Let's go.
Some more.
Okay. So graph points A, B, and C reflected on the x-axis. So now the difference between this question and the previous question is, well, the previous question we only did it for 1 point. Now, because I believe you can do it, you have to do 3 points, A, B, and C. So now what I want you to do is to step 1, plot out the points. Plot out A, B, and C. So I want you to plot out A, B, and C. Okay? Take about 30 seconds. I'm looking around. I'm seeing people actually plotting around. Seeing Taijay plotting her points. Let's see. Sabrina plotting her points. Looking at Makaya, she got her points down. Great. Let's see. All right.
I didn't find her points, Heaven.
Heaven, let's take a look.
Hot.
Okay. Great, and Tariq is already working on the points. Okay. So now can you make sure you connect these lines? I'm looking at people, making sure that they actually have their lines connected. Let's see. All right. Okay. So let's see. If we want to reflect it on the x-axis, how will we do this? Anyone? Any ideas? Any ideas how will we do it? If we want to reflect on the x-axis.
Flip it. Flip the Y's.
So very close. I like the idea about flipping the y's.
Oh,
What
make
else?
Y equal to X, right?
I was gonna say,
Very close. Take a look at the first page. Take a look at the rules. What do you see? If you want to reflect on the x-axis, what do you have to do about the y coordinate? You have to make it all
Negative.
negative. Do you do anything with the x coordinate?
No.
What do you say? You don't do anything about the x coordinates, right? Okay.
2 minutes 30.
So let's try to plot out A, B, and C. Let's try to write out these coordinates. So what are they? If you only make the y coordinates negative. So point A, the new image A prime will be what? A prime will be -3. Yep, absolutely. Beautiful. -3, comma, -4. What about point B? B prime will be 0, comma, negative 1. Yep, sounds good. And what about C? C prime will be 4, comma, negative 2. All right, sounds good. Great. So now we got the points. All we got to do is to follow through step 2. Follow the rules on how to reflect. So all we got to do is to plot out the new image. I'm looking around. I'm expecting you to plot the image out. So looking around, let's see. Let's see who's in my shopping cart today.
I'm in it.
All right, Evan.
Yo, we were talking about name, yo.
All right, look at Micaiah. She got like a very nice image down there. She properly identified, you know, when you reflect on the x-axis, you have to shift the y coordinates.
Bro, you want to show my paper?
Yep, I got your paper. I saw your paper. Yep, perfect.
Did you
I
really
got
like
one
this?
too, bro. Look.
Looking at heavens. Yep, great. Okay, so what do you notice about this image? Tariq already plotted us out for us. What do you notice about these two images?
They're the
They have
same.
the same shape.
They're reflection.
Similar
Same shape?
Similar shape.
Okay, can you say that they're similar or congruent? This is very important.
Congruent.
Congruent or similar? What do you say?
Wait, no, similar.
Who here thinks it's similar? Raise your hand. Okay, I got a couple hands here. Who here thinks it's congruent?
Me.
I got 2 voters for congruence. Okay, this is absolutely fine. The answer is actually congruent. So the reason is why? Because reflections, you don't look at the mirror and then you become smaller, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It depends on what type of mirror you're talking about though.
Unless you know, like clothing stores, you know what they do
Yeah.
is they actually position their mirrors in a very specific angle, so that it will make you feel like you're taller. It will make that you look skinnier, that type of stuff. But I mean, we're not talking about that. So we're talking about just like in a standard mirror. So, yep, I want to make sure that you get this point right. All right, let's try to do the you do. So these are the same coordinates, but this time, again, you are reflecting on the y-axis. Take 2 minutes to do it. And, yeah.
You want me to start, bro?
Yep. Hold on. Just let people plot out the points. Let's see. Looking at Maria. Let's see. How are we doing here?
Bro, I did it already.
How are you doing, Heaven?
Bro,
You got it?
I did it already.
Perfect.
For the essay.
Second one.
What did you do?
Let's see.
You see mine?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, looking at Heaven. So she got down. I like the fact that she's looking at the first page, looking at how do you actually reflect in the y-axis.
That's it, right? That's how you do it though, right?
So you got the points correct. So then all you gotta do is yeah, so you're gonna look in the first page. Where's the y-axis? So what do you do here? You make the x's what?
Wow. Negatives.
Negatives. Yeah. So then you keep the y the same. So that's how you gotta do. Okay, seriously. Okay. What do we do here?
Make that negative two.
Oh, you know what? I'm still seeing people plotting here. Looking at Makai plotting her graph.
Ah.
Okay.
I can't do it anymore.
Okay, maybe we'll get. Let's see who wants to do it. Anyone?
Wait. Give it, bro.
So
Put
here
it
we
like
are.
this, right?
But why do you think?
For this one, don't you make the x's negative?
Yeah, you gotta make all the x's negative.
What if they're already negative? They turn positive, right?
On the y-axis, so take a look. So you're gonna make all these negatives, so that's
Okay, so negative 3 turns into positive 3?
It'll be negative 4, right? We're common 4. We're common 4. So I'm not plotting it, I'm gonna be plotting. Okay, so we got 3, 4. That is the first point. A prime. Again, the reason is we're gonna make the x-axis. Sorry, makes the x coordinate negative. 0, 1. So basically, it touches exactly. So then you're gonna put that in the two. So what do you notice about the two images? Are they the same? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, they are the same. Where do you see the reflection? Where do you actually see the reflection here? Where do you actually see the reflection here?
On the y-axis?
On the y-axis, right? Again, because it just basically flipped from the left to right. Okay? Okay, so let's take a look at our objective today. So let's take a look at the objective today. Did we actually finish? Hold on.
Oh.
Are we able to successfully identify how do we do reflection images? Did we do that?
Yes.
So what are reflections then? What are the 3 most important things?
Pictures of yourself. It's like
So reflections can be pictures of ourselves. We can take, for example, like taking a selfie or looking in the mirror. And the couple more important things about reflection is what? Number 1, reflections are congruent. What about their orientations? Do they flip or no?
Yes. Yes.
Orientations flip. Hold on, brakes in the back. So, and also their distance or equidistant. So, again, this is the very basics. And then today we also graphed it, okay? We looked at the different rules of reflecting on the x-axis and the y-axis. Now, give me 5. Who here feels that they're comfortable to move on? Okay, some 5s, some 2s, some 1s, okay, some 3s. Perfect. Great. So, okay, I would say that so far your average is about a 4. Okay, that is, let's see how that reflects on your exit ticket. Okay, now everyone go on Schoology and do your exit ticket and homework. Go ahead.
Whoa. Yeah, gross, crazy.